Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live show. It is Sunday evening. It's February 1st. How about that? We're already through the month of January, February 1st already. So let's see what the market has in store for us. Crypto's not looking so good, is it? Holy cow. But first, all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And here you go. That's how the heat map closed on Friday. That's the heat map on crypto. Bitcoin back to 77K. Ethereum's down to 22. Ripple's at 159. Solana's at 101 right there. I mean, they are just getting smoked today. They got crushed right there. You can look at them. We'll start the show off and look at it right there. Look at this bad boy. Holy cow, Bitcoin. And we said it wasn't looking so good the other day, did we not? So we're going into the basement, probably into the dungeon, and then they can get rocking and rolling. So they're going to have to take some time to set up right here. And I don't think they're going to be popping right away. So that is what it looks like. Bitcoin bounced from that low at 75K right there, 75,838. And, so yeah, I mean, it could still go a little lower. It's trying to make a little bottom right there. It could make a level and level down at this point, is the way it looks. So not looking pretty in the crypto world. We'll see if that really is bottomed out there. And again, they could pull back a little bit more right there. We'll obviously track it down in the morning, see what it wants to do. And let's go through our list, see what that wants to do and what them guys are going to be looking like in the morning, at least from Friday's perspective. And then we'll see what else looks good here. So just let me know if you guys want to look at anything. And here we go. That PHOE. This was like crazy the other day. I don't know what the heck this thing was doing. Another one in Hong Kong. Wasn't this other one in Hong Kong's TCGL? That was Singapore right there. And that thing had spiked up some more. So maybe we got to take a look. Remember these Hong Kong ones were going crazy there for a little bit? Maybe some of these bad boys are really running right here. I'm not sure. We have to look at them. I might have to look at some of these ANPA. Not sure what that does. It's a Rich Sparkle Holdings. It's from Hong Kong. That looks pretty good to set up right there, but I'll have to take a look at some of these later on and see what's going on, if any catch my eye. Anyway, there you go. And let's see, that was that. And here we are. Let's cruise right through. And yeah, silver and crypto, the questions of the day right there. Laptop travel, I'd have to agree with you. Bitcoin bouncing off that 75K. We'll see what it wants to do in the after hour or in the overnight into the morning. Speaking about the futures, let's see what's going on over here and if anything's happening. And let me see what's happening right here. That is February 2nd. So these things are live, guys. How awesome is that? That they're down. Well, the Dow Jones is down just a little bit right there. Your S&P is, let me see, that's down a little bit as well. So nothing real crazy right there. As you can see, they're more flat than anything. The Nikki or whatever it's called, isn't that in Japan? That thing looks like it's going crazy. And then your VIX right here, let's see what this wants to do as well, because that gives you a good indication if it wants to be a really red day. And that could continue up right there, that's for sure. And let's see what our UVXY is up to right here. Let's see what's going on. And that is not looking so bad. It's in a pretty good place right there, guys, I must say. And speaking of not the UVXY, but TrendSpider right here, check that special out, guys. Hit that link that I posted out. $7. You can try out TrendSpider. That's like never happening. So go ahead and give it a try for $7. And I posted the link there. Click on it, and you can definitely give it a try for $7. And I think the special ends either tomorrow or tonight. I'm not sure, but take advantage of it. That's for sure. I'll check and see if it's tonight or tomorrow. I really forget. But take advantage. $7. You can't beat that. And you get some TrendSpider, all this good stuff right here. So I would say definitely look into that. And UVXY, I'll be looking into that tomorrow. Again, that does look, it looks pretty decent right there trying to set up. So we'll see what the market has in store for tomorrow. Small cap show is tomorrow. And how you guys like my new sign right there? I did get a new sign, if you can see it. It says DFP Dougie Fresh Picks. I made that on AI, and I liked it, and I was like, well, I'm gonna get that made. So I got it into a canvas right there, and I thought it was pretty cool just to fill that little spot right there, because it needed something. And again, I had made the the neon sign, but it was just way too bright. So I thought that was a better addition right there. You guys can see a little better right there. See that, Dougie Fresh Picks? That's a pretty cool little sign right there, as you can see. So little something new right there. Maybe I'll get new ones made every so often and change them out right there. That would be pretty cool. And so there you go. If anyone has any other ideas, but I thought that was a pretty cool one, so I made it. And so yeah, it was completely designed by myself. Anyway, here we go. Oh, thanks, Doge Mama 9, and I'm glad you like it. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, and like I said, I was messing around with AI. That's what I came up with, and I was like, well, I like that. I think I might get a canvas made. So I did. And then it actually was sitting here for like a week, and I had no idea. And I was like, "Yo!" They said they delivered it. I looked on the ring; it said the dude pulled up to the house. My wife brought it in, stuck it on a chair. I had no idea what it was. I had no clue, and I was like, "Yo, did something get delivered?" She's like, "Oh yeah, it was on the chair for like a week." I'm like, "Oh great, thank you." And so yeah, there you go. I put it up. So anyway, there's the new sign. So here we go. Let's go through and see what's going on. That was your crypto down. And then, of course, your VIX and UVXY right there. We'll keep an eye on them, see how they look in the morning. ONDS pulling back. A lot of them were pulling back, but you do have that support line right there. So maybe we'll get a bounce tomorrow. That one was cruising down. Galaxy, this is going to be pulling back pretty good right there. It should continue down tomorrow with crypto, so that should go down. ASTS was pulling back. It did spike up there in the morning, and then it came down right there, and I think it was at all-time highs again the other day. It certainly was. And then it did pull back pretty significantly right there. So that is your ASTS. And again, we're going to have to see how all of these look in the morning. UMAC right there pulling back. They look like they're going to come down some more. Redwire was pulling back as well, coming down to the 20. And then your Rocket Lab right here. And we were talking about this thing looking like it wanted to come down right there. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes all the way down to that 50 right there. So let's keep an eye on that. Maybe a good one to put down right there. And then your nuclear NKLR, it looks like it's in a good spot. SMR was down, and so was OKLO right here, OKLO, and that had pulled back to the 200 right there. So it was an interesting look on Friday, that's for sure. And a lot of these were pulling back, and we're going to have to see how they react on tomorrow morning. EOSC right here trying to bounce off that 50. I would assume it does have this trend line way down here. It looks like it wants to come down to it, so we'll have to look and see if it does want to bounce or if it comes down more. They look like they want to come down. Iron right there, IREN, that looks like it could dip down as well. So yeah, I mean, they've been bouncing off these 20s, but they look like they're coming down pretty strong right there. And obviously, it'll depend on what the market conditions look like tomorrow. CRML down a little bit as well. And then your USAR was pulling back. It did pull back at the beginning. It ran up and pulled back. And then, oh, yeah, that's right. USAR did pop up in the beginning. I forgot about that in the very beginning of the day. And then it pulled back on Friday. So we'll see. Maybe that can I don't. Maybe it will roll off the MACD. We have to look at all these rare earth ones and all them plays right there. UAMY, and that was pulling back completely. And your 4Us right here, UUUU, was pulling back and hitting 20 right there as well. So all of them were pulling back right there. Let's see what else. MP right here, pulling back, and that one went through to 50. Like I said, I think they all come back down a little bit more is what it looks like. And obviously crypto taking a dip, so it looks like the market could be taking a dip. We might have to play some puts tomorrow. And then that's your UAVS coming down, and your RGTI pulling down right there. ION one, not that, but IONQ, big dip. I did see that on Friday. And then your other quantum and computer hardware ones, look at these dips right here, guys. I mean, D-Wave, that was dipping down, has that support down here at 20, and maybe you come down to it or 19 area. So it is crazy how much they're pulling back. QMCO pulling back right there. And then your Defiance Quantum ETF is also pulling back under all trend lines and everything. And they had good pullbacks right here for QSI. Our cat, another our aerospace and defense one, recently ran up. Now it's coming straight down. And of course, our Z space is going to be pulling back with the rest of them right there. So that's what the computer hardware and quantum ones look like. And they don't look that great going into tomorrow. I must say that. And then, of course, your healthcare UNH, that was pulling back. And your MOH right here, that was down. And Oscar was also down. I thought it was right there. Yeah, Oscar coming all the way down here. It looks like they have earnings coming up in a couple, in like next week. It looks like so. Oscar next week earnings right there. We'll keep an eye on that. But it looks like the healthcare sector ones are coming down as well. There, Michael Anthony. Look at them guys falling down at the moment. Open Door right here. Let's see what Open Door is doing. Remember, I was saying that one wasn't looking so great, and who cares about it? Well, maybe the whole market pulled back, but that one didn't look that great the other day, and it did pull back. It is hitting a trend line. It could come under that tomorrow, so definitely be keeping an eye on that. Sam, how are you this evening? I saw Joseph Levy had some cool pool tournaments today, so hopefully him and his daughter, as a matter of fact, hopefully they did well. And Nasdaq right here, a little bit of pullback, and again, they're going to announce. Well, they're looking for a new CEO. Their CEO is retiring there, so we'll keep an eye on that. Chipotle pulling back a little bit, looks like it wants to, and Cracker Barrel right here. Look at this thing. What decided to try to pop up there on Friday. We'll have to take a look at this and see what it wants to do tomorrow. That's an interesting look. It looks like it's trying to get set up, as a matter of fact, which is kind of crazy. We've been following this thing, so we'll have to. I thought it was going to have plenty of time, and maybe we still do stay in between this channel right here, but it looked a lot better on Friday, especially when the rest of the market was kind of pulling back and not looking as good. This looked good. Boyle, this was my number one pick in the on the night note right there, was Boyle. And I sold this way too early. Oh my goodness, it was way up there on Friday. This was a monster right there. Look at this thing. Holy cow, look at that thing. It ran like pretty significantly right there. Oh my goodness, it went wild. I definitely sold that way early. And tomorrow it could be another great opportunity, including UNG right here is your United States Gas or United States Natural Gas Fund. So keep an eye on that. Both of them look really good for tomorrow. And I must say, it is very cold out, Michael Anthony. Is it even cold near you in Florida? I think it's cold everywhere up and down this East Coast. At least we didn't get smacked with snow this time. That was nice. But Virginia and North Carolina, South Carolina did. I know Georgia did. My dad got like 2 inches of snow down in Georgia. So interesting weather, that's for sure. And I think there's a couple more storms brewing pretty soon. So we'll have to see what's going on with them. And we'll be keeping our eye. I think we get in New Jersey, I think we get more plowable snow in the near future, to be completely honest, which I think we're going to keep getting some snow around here up and down the East Coast. So it's a snowy winter. It's a cold winter, guys. I mean, it's so cold. I can walk across my backyard and it's like covered in snow, and I don't even break through it now. Like I'd have to like smash my foot and like stomp on it to come through it. Before I could walk and step through it, Dougie couldn't, but now I can walk around and not even go through. I was walking through my neighbor's yard, and yeah, totally didn't have any problem walking around, not going through it. So it is super cold, and it's thick ice out there. So anyway, my reasoning for telling you that is that's why your natural gas is way up right now. So be keeping an eye on that. And that is your Boyle. Well, I don't even know what the heck I just spelled, but Boyle right there. And of course your UNG. So that's what we were just looking at. And then your Gush is oil and gas right here. And that's not looking so bad. So let's see you go down the slide. I went down the slide the other day, Sam. I'll videotape it tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I should have videoed. I was clearing off because I take care of my neighbor's pool, and of course, like the snow covered up the snow got into the cover, and I mean, I'm telling you guys, it's like solid blocks of ice, like this. I'm not even kidding, guys. It's like ice this thick. I'll do it tomorrow. I have to go out there. I'll smack him with a hammer. and grabbing like huge blocks of ice and throwing it behind me. I'll show you guys tomorrow. I'll take a video of it. I should have did it today. It was just so cold. I didn't feel like taking my hands out of my gloves. Like I said, it was like, it's like ridiculous out there. You got to wear gloves if you go out there. It's so cold. But anyway, yeah, I'll go down the slide tomorrow, Sam. I've done it. I slid down it just the other day. As a matter of fact, Dougie was in there, and then the squirrels were in there with him. And I was like, oh, man. And we didn't notice that the squirrels were in the tree. And they tried to, like, they had to scatter up the tree and run, so I wanted to make sure he was all right. And so, yeah, I went up and went down with Dougie. So, yeah, I'll go down it tomorrow. It is fun. I'm telling you, the thing, you just, like, just keep on cruising right through. It's pretty wild. Anyway, that's the treehouse slide. If you didn't see the video, I posted it of Dougie. He was going down, and literally it's like so icy, just keeps on sliding right through my backyard. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, it was it's pretty, I'm telling you, it's ice out there. And so yeah, I see why Boyle and UNG are up. Gosh, looking pretty good. Plug right here had been plugging away. It is down now. And there you go. That looks like it's going to be pulling back pretty good, unless they all get turned around tomorrow and it's a really green day for something. I don't know why, but maybe I didn't see any tweets or anything crazy. And QS pulling back. QuantumScape right there. Definitely another pullback. And Rocket right here, Zach. Holy cow, that thing got crushed. If you had sold that and then stayed patient, I don't know if you did or not, but we nailed the top. And then, I mean, we said around 2020, or we said 21 area, and now it's in the 17. So that came down pretty good right there. LDI, I saw that pull back, has that support right there. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Home Depot, look at this thing, could get cruising. And Lowe's doesn't look too bad right there. We'll have to keep an eye on them too. Let me see if Home Depot and Lowe's tomorrow actually want to do something right there. And let's take a look at our IMRX right here. Ross and Progressive G and everybody in the Discord, we were looking at this for a while, and it is a little healthy pullbacks. This is that pancreatic cancer medicine, and it is pulling back with the rest of the market right there. So let it pull back. And how about your Lucid right here, Luis Rodriguez? Let's see. It was looking really good there Thursday, and then Friday it ran up a little bit, little healthy pullback. Still doesn't look too bad right there for Lucid, so we'll keep an eye on that. And I think Tesla's like not going further forward with their luxury models, and I guess they're kind of just letting Lucid do it. So that could be big for them, as obviously. And Rich Tech Robotics pulling back after that big run up the other day. And here's Joseph Levy's Galt right here, hitting that trend line, not looking too bad to try to get set up. But again, just keep an eye on it for if any pullbacks. Fun been running up right here. Six Flags, a little healthy pullback right there. And then your Dave and Buster's, a little healthy pullback there on Friday. And that thing actually looks like it's trying to get set up, Michael Anthony. We may have to look and see if we want to play this one relatively soon. I think we might have to keep an eye on play right there. That could be a play real soon. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one. ASPI right here, pulling back pretty big. And again, this one's kind of like a chemical company right here. And they were, I mean, everything was kind of pulling back, all the metals and all them. We looked at USAR and all these guys. USAR was up a little bit, and then the rest of them are down. UAMY, UU, and all them guys. We looked at LMT. That one was still running. Still doesn't look bad. It went down a little in the after hours right there for Lockheed Martin. Yeah, I mean, it still doesn't. It had a little flat look right there. I'd have to see how it opens, obviously, but it didn't look too bad right there on Friday. So we'll keep an eye on Lockheed Martin. That could continue to run up, maybe run up a little bit more tomorrow. And Fly right here, pull back, and that one's dipping down. ARM is a little weak at the moment, and that one's pulling back. And then CISS, I did I add that to the list tonight? I think I did. AMPX is on the list. And you got your eye, didn't you? I think you traded this the other day, did you not, Doge Mama 9? And there you go. That thing, remember I mentioned this the other day right there, and it did get running. It's a marine shipping one, CISS. and that one did pop. Look at that, all in the regular market and in the after hours. That one was popping up there. And how about that grab right here? If I could spell that correctly, GRAB. And that was pulling back. So we'll have to keep an eye on when we want to grab them. So being patient in this market would definitely pay. Oracle right here still dipping down. That still doesn't even look good. As a matter of fact, that does not look good at all right now. And CoreWeave pulling back. That ran up last week, and that is pulling back now. Adobe right here is one that was trying to get some. Adobe could be a good opportunity right here, guys. Maybe that one gets through the MACD. Look at it. It has a crazy curl up right there. We're definitely taking a look at Adobe tomorrow. And you did have a great day with CISS. So there you go, Doge Mama 9. That's a beauty. And we mentioned it on the pre-market show on Friday morning, I believe. And so, yeah, there you go, guys. Pay attention and trade like Doge Mama 9. She crushes the penny stocks. That's why we always talk about them together. So there you go. And ask her what she's looking at, because she does look at the right ones usually on a regular basis. It's pretty nice. And Marvell right here dipping down, coming down some more, it looks like. And that Mimi did pull back a little bit more. And maybe we'll watch for this one to be, yeah, I don't know. We might have to keep an eye on it. Did pop up right there in the after hours, maybe. I'd have to look at it tomorrow right here. There's Mama 9. They do dip and rip, though, so we know that. That's for sure. That's why you got to stay patient with them. MOBX pulled back a little bit more. I wasn't thinking it was going to. I thought it was going to try to pop off of that, but you had that red candle going in hardcore, so maybe another little dip back again. Might have to look at it tomorrow to see if it wants to pop, but it could run up in the morning. Here's your neuromedical technologies at NMTC. That one doesn't look too bad right here. It's holding itself steady, that's for sure, and doesn't look like it wants to really dip hard. And Data Vault right here, this one, just give it some time. It's going to get set up. You can see it pulling back right there. And that one will be a good one. FMFC is another penny one that was pulling back there on Friday. Recently ran up a little bit and now having a little bit of pullback. And Cypher right here was pulling back. And that's a capital market one, CIFR. And what about the Big Bear? That one was also pulling back some. That one has a nice little trend line right there. Possibly could bounce off of that area. You can see it in the after hours right there. Big Bear, BBAI right there. I mean, it does look pretty healthy to go down some more, though, I must say. And again, I think we got to see what the market looks like tomorrow. I gave you this one on Thursday, and this one ran up a little. Seat, remember Vivid Seats? This one caught my attention, and that one went up a little bit right there. And in this WGL, somebody had given us this one, and that thing is looking pretty good, guys. You can keep an eye on this one right there. Maybe that one runs tomorrow. NWGL, and it is a CL Workshops group. I'm not sure what the heck they do. Lumber and wood in China. So not exactly sure, not familiar with it, but it does look pretty decent right there. AMPX is like a electrical equipment, but sometimes an oil play. It was running up there early, and then it did pull back. We'll have to look at that tomorrow as well. AMPX, we look at that inside the Discord. And then here's that CISS Doge Mama 9. And again, keep an eye on this in the morning. Could be a good one to try to spike up laptop travel in the morning crew. CXAI right here. Let's see. Weren't we looking at this last week? Everything with an AI in its name was running last week. So let's see what it wants to do here tomorrow. CXAI doesn't look bad right there to crawl up. I'd say keep that on your watch list tomorrow. CXAI could be a decent one for tomorrow. And again, it's a weekend, so we're going based off Friday with the weekend off, but nothing crazy really happened, and it doesn't look too bad. C-Pop right here, another China small cap. That one doesn't look too bad right there either. That could get moving. I know a lot of these China small caps are moving right at the moment. Whoop, I don't know where the L came from, but C-Pop right there. We'll look at it in the morning, and we can look at both of them, CXAI and C-Pop in the morning, and see what they want to do right there. But there you are with them, guys. Let's look at your Michael Anthony list over here, and then we'll go through and see what everyone else wants to see. So be sure to jot down what you guys want to look at. Super Bowl next Sunday. Maybe we're going to have to take – I was thinking maybe we do like a Super Bowl tailgate party like at noontime or something, and I go through the we might have done that before. I don't remember what for, but so maybe I was thinking about doing that, doing an early show next Sunday for the Super Bowl. That way we don't have to worry about it at night because nobody's going to want to come on and listen to the stocks when the Super Bowl's on. Speaking of which, you can see it's Super Bowl week coming in, and that's gonna New England's gonna curl up, Seattle's gonna curl down a little bit, but Seattle definitely has the edge right there, based off the betting charts anyway. So we'll keep an eye on that as the week progresses right there. And the U.S. doesn't look like they're striking Iran anytime soon. At least it's a total fake out right there. So just giving you a look at that poly market as well. So here we go. Let's go cruising right through Michael Anthony's list, ABEO. And let's see. There you go, Michael Anthony. It's trying to do something. I'll look at it in the morning. Your D-Lo, this one was pulling back pretty good, and it's pulling back a little bit more right there. Your UEC and all of these got clobbered, so that was a uranium play, and they all went down. And that Tiger right here, and I'll release the Tiger King interview. I just been kind of editing it up and trying to make it look good, to be honest with you. So it's just been taking a little longer. And I'm telling you, it was a busy weekend, but it went by so fast. I couldn't believe it's already Sunday evening and we're doing our show already. I'm like, holy cow. The weekend just go by so fast. It's it'll be Valentine's Day in 2 weekends, guys, and then again St. Patty's Day and everything else. But we got to get through all this snow because that's not melting anytime soon outside of my house. It's literally like 9 degrees out there. I think it's so cold out. It's crazy. But anyway, let's cruise through. It's probably 9 degrees where everybody is around here on the East Coast. Not you West Coasters, I don't think, but even in Georgia and Florida, they're even getting cold weather. So it is pretty wild. And yeah, this Tiger right here dipping down right there, Michael Anthony, not looking so good at the moment. We'll have to look at TIGR tomorrow and see if it can start roaring back up for you. Because that TIGR, that Tiger, not looking the greatest. And what else do you have? LW right here. That was curling up. This one, not bad. Look at this play. This was a nice, easy play. It's just slow. And I did trade it. And again, I got out the options. Was it that day or that day? I forget. I think it was the second one when I hit the 20. And I never re-entered it. But anyway, there you go with that guy. So that is your LW Lamb Weston. And that's your Michael Anthony one. And let's go ahead and do our laptop travel list real quick. He kept it short unless the market's dipping down and not as many things are going to be setting up. Sometimes we do see this. It's a good indication that the market's pulling back. Here's that AIHS. That was pulling back a little bit. We do look at the CDT environmental technology. It's a China one. That looks pretty good. Laptop travel and Doge Mama 9. Check out that penny one right there. That's looking pretty good right there. IPDN, weren't we looking at this last week or did it run? I forget. IPDN, it was moving up. I think we were looking at it too, if I remember correctly. But there you go with that one. IPDN not looking too bad. And Lobo right here. Lobo Technologies trying. That looks like it's trying to set up. It looks like it was going down the after hours. Let me see. Yeah, that might have pulled back. I'd have to look at that tomorrow. Looks like it is pulling back right there. This is that Mega Magic Empire. That's what it is. MEGL, the good old Magic Empire in Hong Kong. And these, I'm telling you, Hong Kong ones look kind of crazy. Look at this thing. If it rolls off, that thing could get kind of wild right there. That could get magical, to be honest with you. And TRSG right here, Tungray Technologies. And this thing is not looking bad right there. Singapore metal fabrication one. That 20 and 50 you're trying to set up. Not looking bad. And VSME is versus media. And that's another Hong Kong one. And let's see. This is actually looking pretty good, curling up right there for VSME. Let me see over here. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. I'd keep an eye on that one in the morning. And that's another cheapie right there in Hong Kong. So there you go with that list. And that's your laptop travel list. So thank you very much with them, guys. And let's see. Is this Future Faraday store? Yeah, Faraday Future. That's what it's called. FFAI right here. Oh, that looks really good, Doge Mama 9. Oh, there you go. That's a nice penny one, I would say. FFAI getting set up right now. That looks really good, I would say. And this is that one that ran over 8,000% in 10 days, guys. And I called it there. And that was a few years ago. And it was a different stock ticker. It was FFIE, I think. If I remember correctly, I think that's what it used to be, FFIE. And that says that. I don't know, FFAI. It was something different. I'd have to look. I definitely have it because yeah, it was like over 8,000% in 10 days. I tell you the story. I sold most of it at 2,000%. And I watched it go up another 6,000%. I was like, whoa, that was crazy. And it was pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. You don't see things like that very often. We have been seeing some pretty wild spikes, but 8,000% in 10 days is pretty crazy. And that's not talking the options. That was just a straight stock pick. Boom, like ran it up and made crazy money. Cisco Global, CISO, however you say it. Let's see how it looks over here, Doge Mama 9. It's just you know what it does? It looks like it bottomed out there on Fridays, is what it looks like. I'd have to look at it in the morning. I'll add it to the list with CXAI and CPOP, and I'll put CISO right there. But I do look like that future Faraday right there, FFAI. That looks really good, I must say. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one as well. And let's continue right through. Let's go through our SPY Mag 7 big caps real quick, see what they're up to, what you guys want to see. And then we'll end our Sunday evening and get ready for this week's stock week. And it's going to be an interesting one with crypto getting whacked today. I mean, it got smashed. Bitcoin down to 77K, Ethereum at 2294, and Ripple at 160. Solana's at 102 area. And how about Chainlink under $10 at 956? Holy cow. And Stellar is not so stellar. I mean, it's a stellar price down here at 17 cents. These should run up fairly easily, though. So we might have to get. How about the WLFI, that World Liberty? That one's up, and I don't know what ZEC is either. That was not up earlier. Zcash right there. Not sure. ZEC, Zcash. I wonder if that's one that I used to look at back in the day. Not exactly sure. I'd have to look that up. But here's World Liberty. How's this one the only one that's up? It's kind of fascinating right there. But anyway, just pointing that out. And that is your crypto look right there. And they did get smacked down today. So let's go ahead and look at our SPY Mag 7. And all them dudes and SPY was down a little bit right there. Your Qs, they did finish down as well. And they were dipping. And they look like they could be dipping down a lot more right there, including your SPY. So that's what they look like at the moment. IWM right here, if it comes up, was dipping down pretty good. That's hitting some support. That looks like it wants to dip down to that 50 and could come down. So looks like it could be a market pullback right here. Obviously, crypto leading the charge, that's for sure. And let's go ahead and look at our Mag 7 because Apple was up a little bit. Apple actually looks pretty good right there, guys. One of the few ones. I think Tesla wasn't looking too bad either. Amazon kind of just bouncing around right there. And then your Google had been getting set up. I think Google could be getting looking good too. That could get set up right there. Meta had that big run up, so you might have some pullback on Meta after that big old run up. And then Microsoft pulling back a little bit. And remember, that had that big pullback after the earnings. And Nvidia right here just kind of hanging out, but I could see Nvidia pulling back right there. It was looking a lot better the other day. I'll look at it, and like I said, Tesla might be the other one right there. But yeah, I would say Apple, Google, and Tesla might be the ones on your Mag 7 to keep an eye on, and they don't even look that crazy great. Today at 3:20 a.m., Delaware Supreme Court overturns the prior ruling that violated Elon Musk's 2018 Tesla pay package and slashes attorney fees by over $100 million in the director's compensation settlement, restoring his award and reducing the company's legal cap. Well, I would say Tesla's going to be popping tomorrow, guys. How about that? You might want to put Tesla on the list for tomorrow after that news today. Why isn't it up right now? That's kind of weird, is it not? I guess Tesla's not up right now, but that's weird. I would say it's going to be looking pretty good tomorrow. That's pretty good news right there, I must say. So keep an eye on Tesla with the news right there, Tesla news. And and or at least Elon news and Tesla news right there. I would say that's pretty big, and that is your Mag 7 and AMC right here, just kind of hanging out. That could be getting set up, but we'll look at it tomorrow to look. And GameStop was running up right here. It did look a little bit better on Friday. I remember the other day I didn't like it. It pulled back 2 days. It looks a lot better now, guys. So if you do like GameStop, you can check that out tomorrow. That could be a nice little momentum play there tomorrow, as it ran up there Friday, curling up, and I think something oh yeah, didn't they like 100 billion valuation with a big acquisition plan or something for Ryan Cohen said for the CEO. So they did have some kind of big news right there. And then your Chewy was way down, your Unity as well. Holy Unity. Whoa. Wow. Google's Project Genie tool launch triggered competition fears. Wow. Did you see that, Luis Rodriguez? Holy cow. Remember just the other day, I was just saying how we should take these off the list. Isn't that funny? We should have shorted them down, is what we should. When I said that, we should have shorted them down. I don't know why I even said it, to be completely honest with you. But Sam, why did I say that? Because that's crazy. What just happened? That is insane right there. Tesla's down $8 in the overnight, trading at 422. Holy shit. I'd say the market's going to get smoked tomorrow, guys. I'd say Q puts, and that might be your big one right there. Q puts, and then go from there. I don't know, Sam. Not looking so good, that's for sure. Market don't look good, and Tesla even had that news, and it's still down. Crypto getting rocked right now. I mean, it got absolutely destroyed today. So I don't know how many things are looking good besides FFAI right here, Doge Mama 9. That looks pretty decent. So anyway, let's continue. But holy Unity right there. Unity gotten smoked right there. And let's see what Netflix. This is up a little bit. When they going to make this deal come through? You see a decent silver bounce in the works tomorrow, even if it's temporary. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, Sam. I like it right there. So silver bounce, we got to write that down, and so that we're nice and focused tomorrow. Sam told everybody the other day, play MU puts at the beginning of the day. They paid out big, and then he called. I mean, it was so textbook, guys, in the Discord. Everybody made money on it because everybody jumped in, and it was so textbook. It was buy here, sell here. Within a couple minutes, they were up like over 20%, huh, Sam? And that was beautiful. It actually earned Sam a VIP membership in our Discord. So that just shows you guys. I mean, we do special things for everybody, but wow, Sam, you deserved it. That's for sure. So congratulations on that. As a matter of fact, Sammy the Bull right there. And yeah, so Sammy will be in the VIP Discord now. But he's always on inside the live trading as well. And Sam knows how to distinguish what me and Ben say. You and Yosef, I'm telling you, you guys should have your own little chat because it's unbelievable what you two do. Sam, I told you, is up so much. It's ridiculous, guys. I mean, over 300% this year. I'm sure he might be up over 400% after Friday. I'm telling you, he is absolutely destroying it, guys. So if you want to trade like Sam and all of us, get in that Discord because we're about to rip it apart now that February's starting. It's going to be a whole new month. If you had losses, whatever, put it all behind you. It's a brand new beginning to tomorrow, brand new month, and just look forward, and we're going to destroy the market. So here we go, Sam. And let's look real quick at our silver and gold. Silver did have a huge dip, and gold as well. Both of them could have a nice bounce tomorrow. So I agree with you right there with that. So we will have to take a look at that. Gold and silver for a bounce. Q puts is a very good opportunity as well. So just two things to be looking at, or three actually, to be looking at for tomorrow. And just a heads up with that. And yeah, Netflix right here up a little bit. And PSKY, that was still dipping down. But the one that's important is Warner Brothers right here. And it's still just kind of hanging out. I think that thing's going to go through, or something's going to happen. Are they going to get the ruling? I guess they have to figure out if they can even do the merger, I guess, for Warner Brothers and Netflix. So I guess if it goes through, you'll see them popping. And let's see what our semiconductors are up to, because AVGO, that had been pulling back. That doesn't look too bad right there. And obviously look at it tomorrow. MU's just been a monster. But again, It was in the top, and Sam called that one beautifully. I'm telling you, I'll find it right here, Sam. It was crazy. He said, look, he said, short it down in the beginning of the day. We were on in the afternoon, Sam. Where was it? Right here. I can find it because it was right here. It was right here, guys. I can tell you exactly where it was. I know for a fact because I know what he did. And it was right here. It came down in the bottom. It came up, I believe, and then boom, it was just a good, nice smack up in the air right there, and we got out. But I thought it went from like the up to the 50. I forget. It was somewhere in that area, Sam. I totally forget now. I know it came off the basement area right there. I definitely remember seeing what you did. And I just don't. I think the timing was there, or was it in the morning that we did that? I forget now, Sam. To be honest with you, now that I'm looking at it, it came out of the bottom, and it might have been in. I don't really remember now. To be honest with you, was it here in the morning? Maybe it was here, Sam. And we caught it right here, and then caught it right up to that, and then came down. I forget, to be completely honest, but whatever the play was, it was a nice call by Sam anyway. And there you go. And long weekend, that's for sure. I can't even remember where it was. Usually I can look at a chart and try to remember them things, but I totally forget. It was the morning you were done trading by noon, so it was that morning part right there that I was talking about right there that we did it in. So I know it came. I remember it came into the basement just briefly, real quick. So it was right here. And then it popped up a little bit. And then it came, I think it was right there. We caught it like right there to there. I forget exactly what time. But anyway, who cares? It was a good play, good call. And that's all that matters. And we'll be doing that all week. And we always do it. So TSM right there, pulling back. That looks like it wants to pull back a little bit. And SMCI right here, Luis Rodriguez. They report on Tuesday, huh? So I do see the little E right there. And that is February 3rd. So you're absolutely right. And SMCI, a little bit of pullback right there. These things, I guess we have to be very patient with everything right now. AMD, that's also pulling back. And again, you have all these earnings coming up. And maybe that's not a good sign, or maybe they get reversed around. I'm not exactly sure, but it doesn't look like a good sign right here. I can tell you that. That looks like it's pulling back as well right now, AMD. So we'll be watching out for them earnings coming up. QCOM was pulling back. How about your snow coming down right there? Snow could continue to come down tomorrow like the rest of the market looks like, and PayPal still dipping down. And let's see what Intel is doing right here. That was dipping down. It looked kind of didn't it run up? Yeah, it ran up first thing in the morning. I was gonna say I do remember running up first thing. That looks like it's coming down, guys. Intel. If I had to say one of them looked like it was really coming down, it might be Intel right there. That looks like it's pulling back and dipping. And Dell had been looking good, and that's dipping down. It still has some support right there. We'll have to keep an eye on that at the market pulling back. And obviously IBM pulling back with the rest of them. That was trying to run up the other day too. Palantir was trying to run up, and then Palantir was running down, pulling back. Sophie was running up. My bad. But yeah, Palantir right here still dipping. That looks like it could be a big dip. And Sophie pulled back. It tried to run up the other day, and then it did pull back right there for Sophie. And then yeah, Palantir just getting murdered right there. And Mara, can you imagine what these are going to look like tomorrow? Mara and Riot and Clean Spark and all. These guys are going to be down. How about MicroStrategy? What do you think Sayer's doing right now? I mean, he must be like out of his mind, like banging his head against the wall. I think every time he purchases Bitcoin, it goes down pretty big. But anyway, they today they raised the strategy. It raises the dividend rate on its Series A perpetual stretch preferred stock, STRC, whatever that is, to 11.25%. I have to support further Bitcoin purchases. Well, now's the time to probably buy it. And when you're way down here, if you're going to be buying it, I would say in 77K range is a lot better than buying it up here in 97 or way up here. Do you remember all them crypto treasury companies, guys, that were buying them all? I mean, not all of them were buying Bitcoin, but they were buying Ethereum and everything else. They must be getting slaughtered. Like BMNR, that should be shorted down tomorrow. That's going to get murdered right there. And like Pew, AB. Oh, I can't type in Pew. Oh my gosh, there we go. Pew right there, that should be coming down. ABTC, that should be coming down. UPXI is probably going to get hammered tomorrow. That's probably going to be coming down pretty big as well. And your ORBS, that's going to not look good. I'm sure FGNX or what is it? What the heck is it? What is it? FNGX, FGNX? What the heck is that one? I don't even know what it is. It's not even popping up. Nexius, I don't even see it. What? No, is it that? I don't even know. What the FG? Yeah, here it is. FGNX. What the heck did I write? FGNX. What did I write down? FNGX? I don't even know. It says FGNX on the paper. I have no clue what I was typing in there. But anyway, that one's going to be dipping down. Took me long enough to get to it. SBET, you can bet that one's going to be down. Palantir's earnings are tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And there you go. Yes, they are, Luis Rodriguez. So we'll have to look at that. And let me just finish this list. I'll see what you guys want to see. And yeah, so strategy, that was my point. That one's going to be getting hammered tomorrow, I'd imagine. And then, Robinhood, Coinbase is going to be going down pretty big. That one's going to get hammered. And then Weeble's probably going to be getting hammered. So all of them are going to get straight up destroyed right there. Space right here, not looking so good at the moment, but I can see that one trying to get set up a lot faster than the rest of the market. Boeing's still coming down a little bit. And your DJT, I bet this is going to get whacked down. And it came down on Friday. I bet it comes down a little bit more. Nike right here pulling back a little bit. And not a whole lot of good ones, but McDonald's could pop up, guys, so you could keep an eye on that. Disney had been looking good. I mean, don't look at Disney right there. Disney's looking pretty bright, actually, and they have earnings tomorrow. That's a crazy look right there, Luis Rodriguez. We have to look at Disney tomorrow with earnings. That's a crazy look. I'm not an earnings person, but that's a crazy look right there. We're definitely keeping an eye on that one, Luis Rodriguez. I know you like Disney. And Oxy, not that, but OXY right here. That was down a little bit. That could try to bounce back up. ExxonMobil, that was up a little bit. And CVX, guys, I keep telling you, what do I keep saying? This thing's a monster. And we haven't, I don't know what we're waiting for because it just continues to run up right there. And then we've been looking at it for like 3 weeks and it just keeps running up. So anyway, there you go with CVX and ExxonMobil and them guys not looking too bad in the rest of that market right there. So that's what we have in store for tomorrow. Let me see what you guys want to look at real quick. Let me go through the list and see. So let me know if you have anything. Pfizer right there, Laptop Travel said is one of his favorites. That's looking pretty good right there, I must say. What about Moderna right here? MDRA, MD, what the hell? MD, I can't even. I'm telling you, my mRNA, that's it. My brain is like not working. I have no idea. I think I have no idea, but I guess the cold or something. I really don't have a clue. My brain just seems like it's not working right. mRNA, that one is pulling back right there, but Pfizer looking pretty good. Laptop Travel, I would say you might be right on the money with that one. Looking pretty good for tomorrow. Pfizer right there, at least it looks good. Going in off of Friday, let's put it that way. Not sure what they have going on. Isn't there like some kind of crazy I don't even know, something going on. But anyway, that's Pfizer, PFE. Look at that tomorrow. BMNR is at 21 in the overnight. It was at 25. Yeah, like I said, they're going to get destroyed right there. Let me scroll up to the top right here, see what's going on. And yeah, silver, crypto questions of the day, Bitcoin way down there. Let's look at Deckers right here. Whoa, that was going up. That could be a momentum play right there. Good old Deckers. We weren't even looking at it. I don't know. Oh, yeah, SanDisk right here. That one was still running up, but I don't know. Be careful with that tomorrow. We'll have to look out, see what it looks like in the morning. And Thar, that does not look too bad. It's up at the top right there. And that ZSL, I know Rhett was all over this thing. We had it the other day, and that one did run up pretty well right there. So you keep an eye on that. That is shortened down the old silver right there. And Boyle, I mentioned the other day, that one's probably going to be a really good one for tomorrow. USAR was trying to run back up, and I don't know. We'll have to look at it tomorrow. Along Verizon ran Friday. I forgot about that. Not sure. What did they do? Didn't they have earnings or something? Yeah, they had their earnings. I guess they might have been pretty good. I have no idea. But Verizon posts best subscriber growth since 2019. I don't even know how. And you know why? I know why, because Comcast probably adds to it. I'm not sure if that's part of it, but that would add because they own all the towers that Comcast would use. Verizon CEO just admitted its pricing strategy cost the company 2.25 million customers. Yeah, that did. And yeah, I'll tell you about Verizon later when I can tell you about Verizon. So anyway, there's Verizon for you. It did pop though, that's for sure. Wall Street liked it. I'm not gonna lie. And Lulu right here. Oh, let me type it. Oh man, what about Lulu right there? And that one, that's down there. It could bounce. I'd have to look at that tomorrow. Luis Rodriguez, not sure if it definitely wants to go. And Philip Morris, this is a cigarette company right here. That's not looking too bad at the moment. So there you go. VHUB, we're after our runners, and wow, that one's crazy right there, guys. That's a brand new one. I can't tell you what that's going to do if you want to look at it in the morning. And DKI, dark iris, something like that, a Hong Kong electronic game. It sounds like, I was going to say, what was that game? Kid Icarus or something? Wasn't that a game? Something like that. Back in the day, they don't even have a website. If I click on it, it's not going nowhere, and they're all set up to go to a website. So anyway, I'm not sure what's up with that, but let's see. It looked like it was running up there in the after hours. That's for sure. DKI. Let me see that. Oh, there it is, DKI. Yeah, that was spiking up. I mean, look at that at 4 a.m., guys, and see if that one wants to run a little bit more right there. Disney reports before the bell tomorrow morning. It's looking pretty good, Luis Rodriguez. I must say, MU, big red candle right there on Friday. It sure did. And did we see Pepsi hit your numbers that you called? Yeah, we actually did. We have a whole ETF for you. Don't you worry about that. It's called Real, and we'll get you all the info on that. See, I like when Pepsi rips, guys, because I have a ton of it. Like I said, I get dividends on it, so I don't mind. It just sits there. I bought it. I've had it forever, and yeah, it's perfectly cool with me when it goes up to like the 180s and stuff like that. It works. And yeah, it's ripping along there, Michael Anthony. You're absolutely right. You were dead on the money with Pepsi, so good call on that. I will give you that. That's like Toyota Motor. Luis Rodriguez, it's up at 234. Whoa, that one's running up pretty big. There you go with that one. CPB, that's Campbell's right here. That's looking a lot better. Remember, this one had been dipping down. That's looking a little bit better right there for Campbell. So they shutter Cape Cod potato chip plant. So there you go. There's Campbell's to close U.S. snacks plants. Something like that. Anyway, and that's why it ran up, because they're closing stuff. Hormel Foods, HRL right there. That looks like it's going to roll off that MACD. And CAG is a packaged food one. That looks pretty good right there. To run up some more. CAG, you're not familiar with it, but it does look good. KHC is Kraft Heinz. When are they splitting the company apart? They said they were. And I'm not sure when that's happening, but that does look pretty good there, I must say, Michael Anthony. And even Coca-Cola looks pretty good, and that is running up, giving a good old KO right there, a knockout to the market. But Pepsi ran all last week, and you did mention it, and it was a good one right there. MSTR is at 138. Oh, my. Wow, that took a big dip right there, Sam. And Tiger is a brokerage that officially launched crypto deposit and withdrawal services in May. That city upgrade to 1750. Well, anything to do with a crypto right now might not look so good. So you might want to rein in your Tiger right there. It might not be roaring so loud at the moment. UNG is selling off by Bloomberg. That's the gas one. UNG. I don't know, Michael Anthony. You might want to keep an eye on them tomorrow. Natural gas down 66 cents by Bloomberg. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but anyway, it looks like it's up to me. What about you guys? And these prices are usually, that's January 30th. I don't have the overnight for this, as a matter of fact, but it does give me the futures. And but yeah, we'll see. And let's see, all the metals are down, and the only metal up is silver. That those are buying are clowns with a slowdown in tech. That demand for silver is down by slowdown in tech. What did he just say? Can you run that through the AI, please, Luis Rodriguez? I have no idea what he just said, and I'm not going to try to figure that out. I just know he said all metals are down and the only metal is up is silver, and that's not even true because that just took a huge, I mean, it is up, but gold's up just as much, and they both took a nice dip on Friday. But anyway, CISS, we were looking at that was a really good one on Friday for Doge Mama 9. Marvell is at 77.92 in the overnight hours. Let's see what it was. I forget. Marvell, I just can't type anything tonight, can I? But anyway, yeah, 70 what? 77.90 something. That's down even more right there. So yeah, these things are just dipping down. It looks like you're gonna be shorting the Q's down tomorrow. VIVS, that Vivo Slim. Didn't we mention this thing the other day? Does VIVS? That ran up pretty big. Why? I know we mentioned that thing, VIVS. I remember looking at it, and it was like on a scanner or on the charts. It was on something. I don't remember, but I just remember looking at it. And the Nasdaq futures down 0.65% right there, you say, and they certainly are right there, 0.85%. So they are moving back right now as we speak because they were kind of flat when we came on. So yes, you're absolutely right. They're going down. And let's see, all those like URC will hit lows. URC. What is that one? URC. I don't even know what you're talking about. Are you talking about UEC? This one, the uranium one, I'm not sure which one you're talking about there, Michael Anthony. If anyone, what's that one, Michael Anthony? URC, let me know because I'll check it out. And what's that? I'm not sure if I'll be able to hop on the link. How do you even post a link like that, Luis Rodriguez? I can never post like any kind of links for anything, but I don't know. I can't like copy and paste it either. It's really weird. I have no idea. It just lets me like highlight it, so I can never like go on a link and do anything. And at least on the StreamYard, I don't know. Maybe it's if I was on the YouTube feed, but I'm on the StreamYard feed that gives me everything, and I really don't know how to do that. I'll have to figure it out. Michael Anthony wants me to look at earnings or killer on Tiger that will hit 17. If it has something to do with crypto right now, it's going to get smashed right there, Michael Anthony. I mean, crypto is getting obliviated at the moment. So, and that looks like it could be pulling back some more. And so let's see, FFAI, it looks really good. We'll look at that CISO in the morning, and Tesla down $8 in the overnight, trading at 422, guys. So yeah, I'd say the market looks like, whoa, yeah, it looks like it's pulling back. And you see decent silver bounce tomorrow, Sam. And we'll be watching that in the morning. I was talking about that. AMD and SMCI both report on Tuesday. Both of them are pulling back. So we'll be keeping that on our calendar. And posted the full earnings calendar for this week on the X feed. So here, I'll post that, guys. Yep, I see it right there. I'll retweet that, guys. And there you go. There's the earnings calendar, so you guys can check that out. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez, for that. And let me see Buru, good old Nubaru right here, Doge Mama 9. Let's see what it's up to at the moment. BURU, that looks pretty good tomorrow to try to continue its way up. Let me just see on here. BURU, that does look pretty good, I must say. So keep an eye on Buru right there. BURU. It doesn't look too bad. That's a penny stock down. It was up pretty good on Friday, a little pullback in the after hours, but looks pretty strong to continue up right there. So I like that look right there. Good one, Doge Mama 9. How about Samuel? Holy cow. Samuel Adams. I just can't type. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm just like exhausted or something. I don't think I ever caught up from last week's snowstorm. That thing was exhausting. I mean, I'm walking around my backyard. It's like a sheet of ice out there. I can't even break through it. It's insane. I mean, it's just nuts. Everything is crazy. Samuel Adams not looking so bad. We'll have to see if it really wants to crawl up there tomorrow. Luis Rodriguez, definitely take a look at it. Palantir right here. Earnings tomorrow and getting smashed. Look at that thing. That thing was going down pretty good. It looks like it's going to pull back down to here. So I don't know. That could be in bad shape right there for PLTR, BMNR down to $21 in the overnight, and Pfizer looking pretty good. And I do like that. Laptop travel, TCRX. Let's see what that's doing. To scan, it could just be Scan Therapeutics. I'm not exactly sure, but let's see what it's doing. What am I writing in? I started writing in the name of the company. TCRX right here. That looks pretty good, Doge Mom and I could see that trying to crawl up in the morning right there. And you were saying Tiger's like is a brokerage like Hood and all that good stuff. We were already saying that. And anyway, and gold is down even more during the overnight. Really? Is it down even more? Holy cow. Look at this. Gold's down to 434. Whoa. What's silver at in the overnight, Luis Rodriguez? Tell us where that's at right now. This is crazy, guys. The markets, I'm telling you guys, this is what happened on Friday. I didn't like the market. It looked weird to me with copper going up. Everything was odd. And then was that Friday, right, Sam, or was that Thursday? I don't even remember. And then you and Yosef and me and Ben are just talking about it, having a normal conversation. I think that was Thursday, right? And then yeah, we're just talking about it, like I don't like it, blah blah blah. These guys go and short the Qs down, crush it out of its mind. I mean, they can just interpret what we say. It's just amazing. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't really particularly like what I'm seeing right here. Just giving you a heads up. And we'll look at it in the morning at 7 a.m. You guys know that. We'll be on for pre-market, but this market looks a little odd to me. That's for sure. So Tiger PE is 1026. Hood PE is 4130, and the Tiger's better to the two companies. And Michael Anthony's hardcore Tiger, man. So we will be watching your Tiger, that's for sure. Never buy Duolingo unless you at $25. There you go. And unless you at $25, I'm not buying it anyway. If it's at 25, it's at 133. I don't think they're gonna do very well. I think they just got wiped out by like them Apple earbuds or whatever the hell they're called. Like they can now do like translate and everything, and then you got AI and everything else. So I'm not sure Duolingo is ever gonna do well. And the demand for silver will slow down because of tech. We already read that one. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. And if I read it again, I still won't know what he's probably talking about. Wait. Demand for silver will slow down because of the tech slowdown that these machines need silver for the boards inside them, and all of them are overbought on uranium. Traders trade all assets, and why don't you all? Why Doug, why don't all of the banks go down? That Tiger making money hands over fist. That I know these companies, that Tiger is checking accounts and savings and growing account. I'm telling you, you're a hardcore Tiger. We might have to make Michael Anthony the new Tigers mascot over here. He's hardcore Tiger, I must say. TCRX. What's that? That's going. Oh, you said the Tiscan, whatever one. Yeah, I have to look at that one. And see what that's doing there tomorrow. It doesn't look too bad. It could cruise up. You have a good candle right here. It could run up right there to that 113. That's for sure. And obviously, it's not huge, but it will move. So that's what you'd be looking at right there. And that was Thursday, Sam. I do remember now. And Duolingo, that's the worst company of all time. And the Q puts could pay very well tomorrow, but have to time the entry, yeah, for sure, because they're already going to be probably down pretty good tomorrow, I would imagine. And you're saying they're sure to try and trap bears early with a spike up before continuing down. I agree with you on that one, Sam. NKPLT Catapult Holdings. Let's see if this wants to do a catapult up. That is, it doesn't look exactly perfect, but yeah, I'd have to look at that tomorrow as well there, Doge Mama 9, and see what the old catapult wants to do. It doesn't look perfect to me just at the moment. And silver's up at 76.24 right now. So let's see, where was it? 76.25. That's not too bad. That's interesting, Luis Rodriguez. And your silver target tomorrow is 81. And if you're under that at open, buying calls. If it hits early, buying puts. All right, Sam. 81 for silver. There we go. You guys heard it. And I'm gonna take Sam's word, and we'll be talking about it in the Discord, and we'll all be figuring that out as well. So thank you, Sam, for the insight. Sam is a beast. I'm telling you, he's the man. And don't forget, we'll do the show at 7 a.m. for pre-market. And then we have our small cap show at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So be sure to tune into that. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got a new sign up there as well. I was talking about that at the beginning. And we'll go through the real ETF another evening. I have to figure out all the information about that bad boy. So that is what we have this evening, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. I think the Pro Bowl's like Tuesday night or something. I'm not sure why, but I thought they played it tonight, but it doesn't even matter. It's useless anyway. Who cares about the Pro Bowl? But the Super Bowl will be next weekend, and we will be taking a look at this and keeping an eye on that. And like I said, New England looks like it's going to curl up Seattle down, but I don't know if it has enough momentum right there. We'll be watching it as we go through the week right here, and that way you guys can place your bets accordingly, I would say. So maybe we should look at, like, I'll have to go through and see like all the other prop bets and things like that if we can read them and see what's going on, and we'll check it all out right there. So there you go, everybody. It'll be Super Bowl week coming up, and I know Cavino and Rich will be on Radio Row, so that'll be a lot of fun. And so we'll be checking out them. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in this evening on the Sunday night, the first night of February. How about that? And it is a cold one on the East Coast and all over the place. So I hope everybody's staying warm and staying safe. It is dangerous out there, I'm not going to lie. So Sam and Luis Rodriguez and Doge Mom and 9, of course, Michael Anthony and Laptop Travel. And who else was on here? Like Zach and everybody else hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. You guys enjoy your evening. And I will see you guys at 7 a.m. We do this show every Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. And then we do that pre-market show every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. So that's why we'll be on in the morning. So all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Enjoy your evening, everybody. And I'll see you guys at 7 a.m. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning.